Good morning students. Today we discuss about Narasimham Committee on banking sector reforms. Yesterday we discussed banking sector reforms under Narasimham Committee that we called as first committee, Narasimham Committee of first one. Today we going to discuss Narasimham Committee report of second committee. Then, in the year 1998, Government of India appointed a committee under the chairmanship of Mr. Narasimham, who is the 13th Governor of RBI. It is better to known as Banking Sector Committee. The committee focused various areas such as capital adequacy, bank mergers and bank legislation, etc. It submitted report to the government on April 1998 with the following recommendations. First recommendation is strengthening banks in India. Strengthening of banks in India. The committee considered the stronger banking system in the context of current account convertibility, that is CAC, current account convertibility. And Indian banks must be capable of handling the problems regarding domestic liquidity and exchange rate management in the light of current account convertibility. Thus, the committee recommended the merger of strong banks which will have a multiplier effect on the industry. Then second one is narrow banking. Narrow banking. In those days, many public sector banks facing the problem of NPAs. What is NPA? Non-performing assets. Some of them had NPAs very high as 20% of their assets, about 20%. So, thus for a successful rehabilitation of these banks, the committee recommended narrow banking concept where weak banks will be allowed to place their funds only in short-term and risk-free assets. So the meaning of narrow banking is narrowing of banking activities, or funds will be allowed to only short-term and risk-free assets. Narrow banking focused on high percent of NPAs banks. Then next is capital adequacy ratio, CAR. In order to improve the inherent strength of Indian banking system, the committee recommended that government should raise their prescribed capital adequacy norms, and this will further improve their absorption capacity also. Thus, the capital adequacy ratio for banks is at 9% in the current time. Then next is bank ownership. As it had earlier mentioned, the freedom of banks in its working and bank autonomy, it felt that the government control over the banks in the form of management and ownership. The bank autonomy doesn't go hand in hand, and thus recommended a review of functions of boards and enabled them to adopt a professional corporate strategy. So bank autonomy being strengthened by this committee. And next is review of banking laws. The committee considered that there was an urgent need for reviewing and amending main laws governing Indian bank industry like RBI Act, Banking Regulation Act, State Bank of India Act, Bank Nationalization Act, etc. These acts be rechecked. That is the recommendation by Narasimha Committee 2. And apart from these recommendations, committee also recommended a faster computerization of banks and technology upgradation and training of staffs regarding these technical upgradation. Then depoliticizing banks. Then professionalism in banking, reviewing bank recruitment, etc. Such areas also boosted by this committee. Then what are the actions taken by the government on these recommendations? First is a risk weight of 2.5% for market risk has been introduced on investments in government and other approved securities with effect from the year ending of 31st March 2000. First action is a risk weight, giving a weight towards the risk, that is 2.5% for market risk. What is market risk? Market risk is the risk emerged due to changes in the market situations, demand and supply situations. Demand and supply of what? Demand and supply of securities, government securities or other securities that may lead to price variations. And the second action taken by government as in order to align the Indian accounting standards with international best practices and taking into consideration of evolving international developments, the norms for classification and valuation of investment has been modified, and this modification effect will be from September 2000. That is the second action taken by government on the recommendations made by Narasimha Committee 2. In this action, government modifies the investment valuation rules and norms. Then next is risk weight. 20% on government guaranteed advances has been introduced. Risk weight being introduced. Then next is capital to risk asset ratio. Capital to risk asset ratio for banks has been enhanced to 9% with effect from the year ending of March 31st, 2000. Minimum capital risk, minimum CRAR has been enhanced. That is, minimum CRAR is 9%. That is the action taken by the government. And currently, Indian scheduled commercial banks required to maintain capital asset risk as of 9%, while Indian public sector banks emphasized to maintain CAR as 12%. The next is banks are permitted to access the capital market. Banks are permitted to access the capital market. The next is banks have been advised to take effective steps for the reduction of NPAs and also put in place of risk management systems and practices to prevent re-emergence of fresh NPAs. What is NPA? Non-performing assets. So, banks have been advised to take effective steps for reductioning of NPAs. That is the rule given by the government to the banks, reductioning of NPAs. The next is banks are permitted to issue bonds for augmenting their Tier 2 capital. Government guaranteed for those bonds are not considered necessary. The next is government in union budget announced an asset reconstruction company on pilot basis, setting up of asset reconstruction company during the union budget of 1999-2000. The next recommendation is committee moves towards international practices and regard to income recognition is accepted in principle. Income recognition being accepted in a principle. The next is 3 standing committee to review security policies, message formats, software to examine legal issues on electronic banking and to monitor progress of computerization of branches of banks handling government transactions have been formed. So there be a setting up of review of security policies. 3 standing committees to review security policies, that is software, and then examine the electronic banking and monitoring progress of computerization of all branches, etc. In order to smooth working of such recommendation, government set up of 3 standing committees. Government advised to banks to set up 3 standing committees to review such security programs. And then the last is the public sector banks have been permitted to recruit from the open market or by a way of campus recruitment a skilled personnel in areas like IT, risk management, treasury operations. So these are the main recommendations given by the government to the banks in accordance with the report of Narasimham Committee 2. Thank you.